As a freshman, Alex Busing cracked the varsity lineup with fellow freshmen Tyler Saltzman and Harry Paul, forming a young core that would lead the Tide for the next 4 years. Wrestling at 103 pounds, Alex had an immediate impact for the Tide. Alex finished his freshman year with a 3rd place finish at the New Hampshire Division I state tournament and 4th place at the New Hampshire Meet of Champions. In his sophomore year, wrestling at 119 pounds, he reached the Division I state finals where he finished as runner-up, then went on to place 3rd at the New Hampshire Meet of Champions, qualifying him to compete at the New England tournament. As a junior, now competing at 130 pounds, Alex finished as runner-up at the George Bossy Lowell Holiday Tournament and Concord's own Capital City Classic. The highlight of Alex's junior year came in the postseason where he captured both the New Hampshire Division I and All-State Championships. Alex concluded his junior year with a 6th place finish in New England's. As a senior, Alex was voted to be captain along with fellow seniors Tyler Saltzman, Harry Paul, and Levi Byers. Under the leadership of Alex Busing and his fellow seniors, the Tide rolled through the regular season, once again finishing as runner-up while the team won the George Bossy Lowell Holiday Tournament. Alex led the team to a dual meet state title. He repeated as New Hampshire Division I and All-State Champion, becoming just the 4th Concord wrestler to achieve such a feat. Alex also joined his classmate Tyler Saltzman and his brother Mapolo as the only Tide wrestlers to place at the New Hampshire All-States all 4 years of high school. At the New Englands, Alex once again placed 6th, joining Hall of Famers Greg Champagne and James Cha-Cha Warner as the only Tide wrestlers to place at the New England Championships multiple times. Alex Busing's Concord wrestling accomplishments speak for themselves. A 4-year record of 138 wins and only 31 losses. A 2-time Lowell Holiday finalist. A 2-time New Hampshire Division I state champion. A 2-time New Hampshire All-State champion. A 3-time New England qualifier, and a 2-time New England place winner. Alex's CHS wrestling career didn't end with his graduation from Concord High. Alex has given back to both the Concord High wrestling program and the wrestling community at large by helping out at Ham Manel's Crimson Tide Wrestling Camp and serving as an NHI AA official. After Concord High, Alex wrestled for the University of New Hampshire, where he was a captain and won a New England championship, as well as finishing 3rd and 2nd at the sectionals, becoming a 2-time national qualifier. Alex graduated from the University of New Hampshire and currently lives in Sandy, Utah with his wife Melissa and their dog Ziva. And so, on this, the 30th day of November in the year 2019, for his success and contributions to the CHS wrestling program, be it known that from this day forward, Alex Busing is enshrined in the Concord Wrestling Hall of Fame, the highest honor that the Concord community can bestow. In the fall of 1995, sophomore Alex "Cooch" Cottrell came out for the Concord High School wrestling team. Alex was a natural athlete and ready to hit the ground running with a new Tide wrestling dynasty about to start. Under the guidance of Coach Jim Kaufman in his final year and newly hired soon-to-be head coach Ham Manel, Alex bonded with the team quickly, becoming friends with many of his teammates and future CHS Wrestling Hall of Famers like Jesse Camacho, Lee Miller, and even senior captain Tyler Davio. Alex was a confident wrestler and excelled in the big match. Alex's love for the sport and his teammates created a continued success in the CHS wrestling tradition. Alex was sidelined his junior year when he suffered a knee injury, but still helped lead the team from a 7th place finish in Division I as a sophomore in 1996 to back-to-back team state titles in 1997 and 1998. In his senior year, Alex achieved his own individual state title and placed fourth at the perennial Meet of Champions. After his senior season, he was named to the Concord Monitor All-Star team at 152 pounds. Alex attended New England College after graduation from Concord High School and completed his Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Science with a biology minor while making the presidential academic list. He moved to Lake Tahoe to work and live for a short time after college. He now lives and works as the manager of a fire and security company in Savannah, Georgia, with his two kids, Ava, who is 6, and Joseph, who is 4. And so, on this, the 30th day of November in the year 2019, for his success and contributions to the CHS wrestling program, be it known that from this day forward, Alex Cottrell is enshrined in the Concord Wrestling Hall of Fame, the highest honor that the Concord community can bestow. No wrestler epitomizes the Concord way more than Harry Paul. Harry Paul broke onto the scene as a freshman by cracking the starting lineup along with freshmen Alex Busing and Tyler Saltzman, forming a young core that would lead the Tide for the next 4 years. As a freshman, Harry Paul put up an impressive season, racking up wins. Even as a freshman, Harry's toughness, grit, dedication, and fortitude set the tone for the rest of the Concord High team. In between his freshman and sophomore years, Harry put in a lot of work, often traveling around New England to off-season tournaments with teammate Dan Breen and Coach Tiny. The work paid off as Harry had an even more impressive sophomore campaign where he was able to place 4th at the New Hampshire Division I state tournament, and then the following week popping into the New Hampshire All-State Finals as a sophomore, finishing as runner-up and qualifying for the New England Championships. Harry once again put in a full off-season going to tournaments and training. He came into his junior year looking to improve on his already impressive sophomore year. Harry started off the season strong, placing at the prestigious George Bossy Lowell Holiday. In the postseason, Harry reached the New Hampshire Division I state finals, finishing as the New Hampshire State runner-up. At the New Hampshire All-States, Harry finished in 3rd place, once again qualifying for the New England Championships. It came as no surprise to anyone when at the start of Harry's senior year, he was voted a captain by his peers, along with fellow seniors Tyler Saltzman, Levi Byers, and Alex Busing. Harry's senior year, he dominated, reaching the finals of the prestigious George Bossy Lowell Holiday, where he lost a 1-point nail-biter. This helped lead the Tide to a team victory where they beat perennial powerhouse Timberlane and Lowell. One of the highlights of the season was when undefeated Concord battled undefeated Timberlane for the New Hampshire D1 dual meet state title. The first match of the dual meet was Harry's, and despite a 4-2 loss, the toughness and perseverance that he showed helped set the tone for the Tide as they went on to a 28-22 win, beating the Timberlane Owls in a dual meet for the first time in Concord's history. In the postseason, Harry once again reached the Division I state finals and the All-State Finals, finishing as runner-up in both tournaments and qualifying for the New Englands for the 3rd straight year. At the New Englands, Harry's toughness once again showed as he placed 5th in New England's, outplacing the Timberlane wrestler who beat him in the state finals. Harry Paul's Concord wrestling accomplishments speak for themselves. Over 100 career wins, a Lowell Holiday finalist, 2-time New Hampshire Division I state finalist, 2-time New Hampshire All-State finalist, 3-time New England qualifier, and a 5th place finish at the New England Championships. However, Harry's CHS wrestling career didn't end with his graduation from Concord High. Since his graduation, Harry has given back to Concord High Wrestling by helping out at Ham Manel's Crimson Tide Wrestling Camp, running a week-long intensive camp with teammate Tyler Saltzman, and always quick to donate to the team. After Concord High, Harry went to Lehigh University. Harry currently lives in Philadelphia. And so, on this, the 30th day of November in the year 2019, for his success and contributions to the CHS wrestling program, be it known that from this day forward, Harry Paul is enshrined in the Concord Wrestling Hall of Fame, the highest honor that the Concord community can bestow. Chris Strand wrestled for Concord High School from 1997 to the year 2000. During his time at Concord High, Chris was a 4-year letter winner and a 3-time All-State Place winner, as well as a New England qualifier. In 1998, which was Chris's sophomore year, he cracked the lineup and was instrumental in helping Concord claim its second straight Class L title by placing 3rd in the state tournament. This young man was a passionate and gritty wrestler who valued competition. He could take down anybody, ride tough on anybody, and pin anybody without them even knowing. Chris was a true big match wrestler. The bigger the match, the better Chris wrestled. He would always rise to a challenge and knew he would be competitive against any level of competition. Not just a great wrestler, he was a strong teammate and friend. His peers elected him captain in 2000, along with Krigus Bozeman and Josh Saxby. Chris was a dominant force all year, even winning the prestigious 2-day Sanford, Maine Redskin Invitational, where he earned Outstanding Wrestler honors. Throughout the season, Chris was a fierce leader who helped spark a 3rd-ranked Concord team and propelled them to an unprecedented Class L tournament run, where Chris earned a trip to the finals and the Tide out-wrestled the competition to secure their 3rd Class L state championship title. Since his days with the Tide, Chris has remained close with the wrestling program. He has been a counselor for the prestigious Crimson Tide Wrestling Camp and has stayed in touch throughout the years. He is one of the few wrestlers who joins his brother in the Hall of Fame, Hall of Famer Chris Bartlett. Chris has proudly served for 19 years in the United States Army, coached soccer for the last 8 years, and is the proud father of 3 children. And so, on the 30th day of our year 2019, for his success and contributions to the CHS wrestling program, be it known that from this day forward, Chris Strand is enshrined in the Concord Wrestling Hall of Fame, the highest honor that the Concord community can bestow.